planted.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to SpikeTalk episode 31. I'm Baby Bay. I got Frost with me, of course, and it's just us two rocking here with Steve, of course, today. But, I mean, we got some big news happening just today. Shopify qualified for challengers, yo. That was sick, man. That was sick, yo. I'm actually really happy. And Dodo Nut looked great, by the way. She looked great.
Yeah, I am too. Riot achieved what they wanted. They wanted the GC to be able to one day proliferate like all the other leagues. They've done that. I think this was a team that probably everybody always thought when knew that. Mel had failed a couple times, but kind of got close, right? In close qualifiers. This time she gets over the hump. I mean, yeah, I think probably, I would say probably the biggest Valorant story ever.
Yeah,
it's not going to get treated as such.
Yeah, next to Floor joining.
Whoa, camera.
Whoa. Technical difficulties.
It's giving you a show.
Yeah, but next to Floor, making franchising as well. Yeah, I mean, just the whole story of that team, like it's insane now.
No, yeah.
And also like Dodo Nut, like looked like a perfect fit, slotting in, taking Floor's spot. And how many battles we saw of Dodo Nut versus Floor, so it kind of made sense, this roster change.
Yeah, it sucks in a sense because Jovi now wouldn't have had to compete against Floor.
I know, right?
What would FlyQuest done? And then I poached,
I
you
know, right?
So everything is just kind of, but happy for Dodo. Yeah, it was a perfect replacement. It was, and it's also, no one can hold against Shopify. Oh, you have Floor. You only qualified because of Floor.
Yep.
Right? They did it without Floor. Mm-hmm. So it's even more impactful to me that the crutch everyone was going to have was, I mean, Floor is basically like a T1 Pro anyway. You're playing against Tier 2 players.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
it did feel like that. You can kind of tell on the server as well.
Right. So like now you don't have that. Yeah. Which I think is even more hilarious.
Super happy for that whole roster for making it to the league, but I'm kind of sad, bro. I'm sad about what happened to FlyQuest after that loss against Shopify Rebellion, and of course Dodo Nut's the one that drops bombs on them as well. It was she went 13-4 in first kills, first deaths, 1.69 rating on a Jet. I mean, that's just like a feels bad for everyone on that FlyQuest Red roster, and then to see it just implode the way it did, it's like, fuck, man, that's rough. Like I bet Jovi has some words about that as well. Like that's just a feels bad moment for them.
So the thing about that is, I can say this because I'm not like ruining, the trust of a friend. That wasn't Jovi's succession plan. I know that wasn't his plan because, as I told you earlier, now that Floor was gone, if he didn't come to Talon, he was going to try to just come after SR, right?
Yeah.
And Dodo Nut, I'm pretty sure, would not have left if Jovi was still there. So his plan was, okay, you're going to replace Dodo because I'm leaving, and but you still have a roster that had made champs, that had, they were basically the second best team 2 years in a row in North America. So I think the logic was you just find a replacement, and then you have the players that have battled against this group. They're battle tested, so like you try to do it again, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know, shit happens. I think the thing that I'm just so confused about that whole thing. And
talk your shit because we saw we got to link your post that you
did. It just because we've talked about this on the show with like VCT. And it happens everywhere. And the thing is, I just still don't understand why this shit happens. Okay, so, fine. You're going to replace Thea. You're going to replace Starbound and Ev. Okay, cool. But what are you replacing them with?
Yeah.
Right? Now, okay, these guys, probably better players, right? This is the logic. The better players, better aimers. Okay, but where's the LAN experience coming from? Are you really trying to take down SR? Or are you just trying to start over and not basically follow Jovi's game plan and just basically make your own thing? Because to me, what doesn't make sense is So we think just 5 aimers is going to be what you need to be Shopify? If anybody watched any of this GC shit, they would have known Shopify has aim and they have brain.
Yep.
So what are you doing here? What are those players more intelligent? Are those players also more mechanical? Okay. Now let's go a little bit further. Where's the background from the support staff? Do you have someone with VCT experience? Do you have someone that can like share that knowledge, pass that knowledge? Mm-hmm. If not, then what are you going to do with your IGL spot, right? So like going back to Thea, who, in my opinion, has always been the least mechanically gifted player on pretty much most of her top teams. Newsflash, so is Cruz. Mm-hmm. but I needed Cruz last year to this year.
Wait, bro. You're not allowed to talk about talent stuff, bro. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that's true. What are you
talking about, bro?
My bad. So what I'm saying is, where are you going to get these IGLs that have the experience, that have the game IQ, and also have had the battles with the top teams, so kind of know what people's tricks are, like what tempo changes have come in the past, when more than likely Mel will probably like release them. Like, how are you just going to be like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm going to do a few days before? I'm going to make these sweeping changes. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a rookie IGL to be my IGL. That'll do it. I just don't understand, because I remember the criticism I got, right, for not replacing, I know I'm not supposed to say, but Gov and Ban. You know, I get the shit all the time, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can't replace these players because you don't have comparable fits. So, sure, maybe Thea, Starbound, and Ev were problems. Okay. But how do you not have more problems now? How do you not have like more things that need to be worked on?
It's so
when you just had a team come from champs.
And like rebuilding from scratch too. It's so difficult. Like I had to do that,
bro.
I had to do that, and I'm gonna be honest. Like I got fucking lucky that I had somebody like JDM who was just very professional about the entire process. And also, since I was the only player that FaZe had to rebuild around, dude, I had no off season when that happened, bro. Like it was. Yeah. It was like nonstop for me, bro, and I got burnt the fuck out, man.
I agree with you. Your rebuild, when you ended up getting
right, we got lucky.
I don't know what to call them now, like Inspired, but then you got Marved, and then eventually Flya.
No, but I mean, like when guys. when we got the Flya rebuild, like we went with Flya, shot up Larry Banks.
Most of your rebuilds were done pretty well. Like I feel like you guys got better most of the rebuilds, but I feel like that's also not normal.
Dude, no, we got lucky. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like dude, it could have been so bad.
You had 2
it could have been bad,
that I remember, and both of the revisions were better than the previous. Sometimes that's just not the case.
Yeah,
right?
no, it happened to me. It literally happened when we picked up Mame and Tig. Like, I'm not even trying to talk smack to him.
No,
but like that was one. That was one where it was just like, oh fuck, bro, this is not it, bro.
Right? Yeah.
Oh shit.
And me. We went 0-2 barbecue at champs. You know how pissed I was, especially knowing how good we were doing in scrims, and more importantly, how ahead we were with like even like if you look at like the way, I can't even say this about a map, but there are some maps that agents are now being used that you now know I was way ahead on, right?
Yeah.
And it's like kind of fucked because we didn't even get to show it at champs because we didn't make it far enough to be able to use these things or these comps or these changes. Mm-hmm. This is like me going, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? We went 0-2 barbecue at champs. I'm going to blow this shit up. But then I come back with people that have never qualified for it before. And then you're just like, wait, what? So I don't know what happened. I don't care what happened. I'm only talking about the fact that I see this shit all the time and I don't understand why. Everyone has this like panic button that they just fucking press. Like, yeah, losing Dodo sucks, but it's easier to replace Dodo when you have a core with the experience behind it
than an entire roster.
Let's just do the whole thing. Let's just nuke this whole thing. I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know. And maybe this roster does turn out to be great, and it looks like some of your FaZe rebuilds that worked. But I just don't see many reworks happening that way when you just completely nuke an entire roster. I just don't see it. You at least need, like you said, JDM, who came from CS, had a lot of experience.
Yeah,
where is that coming from?
Exactly. That's the most surprising thing to me was how professional he was, and that's when I realized I was like, wow, CS is so far ahead of Valorant, and that was like in the beginning, obviously, like kind of the beginning of everything that's been happening. But I was like, dude, like it was just very professional, bro. And I was like, damn, like fuck, bro. Like without him, this would not have happened,
bro. He might be the GOAT. I don't know. It's just he doesn't have the experience on paper. Doesn't have the experience of VCT qualifications, VCT type level matches, and so does everyone else on that roster now.
Yeah.
So I'm just rough. Confused.
Or not, but
yeah, I don't think it's going to be great because I think the notion that you can just put 5 aimers in a room and think that you're going to exit a world champion is just insane, given the fact that I keep saying this to everybody. If that were true, PRX would have owned the world by now. It's not that fucking easy. Or
DRX last year, right? When they did that rebuild.
When they made all the changes.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, right. Right.
But anyways, yeah. I mean, good luck to him. Good luck to everybody. Obviously, of course. I think the news though is
big congratulations again.
Insane.
Big congratulations again. There's not really much else to talk about in terms of the scene, like other than the matches that have been happening, bro. Have you been keeping up with like NA, EMEA? Yeah, I know.
Have you been keeping up with my record? Have you been keeping up with my record from our shows? Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
You're him, bro.
Brother.
You're him.
And
dude,
now Crew parted ways with MTA also, and I'm just like, guys, I try to tell y'all fools.
Yeah, Crew. All right, here, let's just get into the bracket. Let's just get into the brackets because we could have talked about artists joining Team Vitality as a content creator. I mean,
he's hilarious, good signing.
We all know he's funny as hell.
He should be playing, but Unlucko Bucko.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that. It's really like that. I mean, dude.
I know, you know.
Yeah, I know, bro. I fucking know, bro. I fucking know, bro. And the crazy thing is he's like a champ, too. That's the crazy thing. Like, he's won.
He's good. Yeah,
I never fucking actually, exactly. I never won a fucking major, so it's like, all right. But, like, dude, even major winners can't even make it. That's fucking nuts.
Bro.
Yeah. All right, let's just get into shit. Yo, Loud is looking fucking nice, bro. I am bullish as fuck on that. Bro, it's not even just him. It's the Crossfire gang, bro. I talked about this on broadcast because I casted their game.
But the problem is a Crossfire gang gets you in trouble because me and DG Jin had a lot of problems because sometimes he thinks this shit is Crossfire. It's like, buddy, it's not Crossfire.
And he was playing like it, bro.
Remember?
He was playing like it, too. He kept quick scoping and shit, bro. It was funny,
bro. The best thing about him is the inner confidence he has in himself. Yeah. The dude is not afraid of anything. I can literally tell him, this guy's going to be here, blah, 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 take the one. It's okay. We'll live with the result. And he's like, dale, I'm in there. And that's great. You want that out of your duelist. You don't want... I'm just going to say this. I've had gun-shy duelists that have cost me major wins. I'm just going to point that out in Valorant. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to be real.
No, it's a real thing, though. It's a real
Because
thing.
if I had Governor in Berlin, I'm telling you right now, brother, we would have won Berlin. Right? Yeah. Like, sometimes you just need non-gun-shy duelists. You need people that are actually willing to take a challenge against perceived better players. DCC doesn't give a fuck about you, your mom, your family. Doesn't give a shit. He's killing you.
Yeah, not at all.
I've always respected that, and I have nothing but the most, respect for that part of his game. There are other elements of his game that I think are going to get fucking punished by Sentinels, by the way, because I realized it in FURIA, and it was just a constant battle between me and him. Now, if he's matured and got better and is going to play smarter, not harder, then this guy could be a fucking force.
Yeah, this next game is going to be the true test, I feel like.
But I think that even if they don't succeed against Sentinels, I think that's less about them not being good. I think it's more just Sentinels has the pedigree and experience, just like we just talked about in this GC shit. Loud is going to build to what they're going to be. Sentinels is kind of what they already are, and sometimes that's like fucking hard, man.
I think that matchup is going to be really hard for Loud because that Sen that we saw against 100 Thieves was fucking crazy. Also, the fact that they were able to come back, like after getting fucking ran down. Like, they got ran the fuck down. Let's just say it how it is, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they're able to come back from that. But you know what I found funny about that series too, bro, is that 100 Thieves beat Sentinels with like a funky comp. Wasn't it like a Teo comp? Let me see. Hold up. So they beat Sen with a Teo Sage comp, but then on Bind and Pearl they proceed to play like standard, right? Like their shit from last year. And they're the ones that get shit on by the innovation. Like, it just seems that like Teo is too fucking good not to run, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, do you think that's a big reason why it happened? Because I feel like, bro, if 100 Thieves was running
on every map, that's the reason why. So apparently NA tried to have this coalition where like nobody played Teo, and Sentinels was like, nah. Now you know why? It's because they're probably running it on every map.
Yeah.
And what I'll tell you is, he just. So
let me ask, like
he's
actually,
gonna be adjusted for season 1.
Yeah, he has to
for
be.
Sure.
He's gonna
be.
Seems so OP. But like, so do you think that 100 Thieves in this series, if they actually ran like Teho on Bind on Pearl, do you think they would have beaten Sun, or do you still think that Sun would have came back and won it all? Because when I look at this, I'm like, low key, like I feel like this is like a good meta for 100 Thieves, bro. Like they're really aggressive. They just ran default comps and got shit on by the Teho.
Well, I don't think the comps are the problem, because I think they should have won the series anyway. Because I left very impressed with what I saw from 100 Thieves, because I did not think it would be this close. What happened on map 1 is what I told you would happen.
Yeah.
What I saw out of 100 Thieves on map 2 and 3, listen, this team is going to be better than last year by a pretty decent margin.
Right?
So,
it's kind of crazy, right?
Right. So they are, I'm going to talk about this later when we talk about Pacific. Mm-hmm. To me, they are ahead of schedule.
100 Thieves or Sun?
No, 100 Thieves. They are ahead of schedule. They are going to be very, very scary if this stuff continues and they polish some of the mistakes. Because I'll tell you this, Pearl to me was a giga grief macro-wise. Giga grief. But they still had opportunities and spots.
It was still close, 13-9, bro, right?
Listen,
13-9 goes either way.
Absolutely could have come out with a victory there. Okay, Bind was scrappy as fuck, and it could have went both ways. But I just thought Sen probably played Bind a little bit better, but it was real, like they had chances, 100 Thieves did. So to me, that was probably the most fun series I've watched. I think
it was so good, man. It was so good.
For sure in NA, that's probably the best series I watched. Because I left that like, damn, that was a 6 series. Like there was rounds where I actually went to cruise. Like
it was also the only 2-1. It was also the only 2-1. Everything else has been 2-0s, bro.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but let me give you an example of what I mean with like just the throws, like or the macro advantage and stuff. All right, so 100 Thieves is down at one point. It's like I don't know, maybe 10-8 or 10-9 or 10, some bullshit. So Sentinels is just throwing their ults the entire series, by the way, which lucky for them individually, they're just very good, and a lot of them are experienced now, so they can make up for it. But, bro, they Vice ulted on an eco round, brother. Do you understand the fucking amount of shit Cruz would be under if this happens under his watch? Just ask him. And then, you know what I also saw? And I'm not trying to do anyone's job for free, so congratulations that I'm even helping you. Then I saw Boostio down. They weren't even on numbers on an eco. On a round he doesn't have to win. Fucking blow a Killjoy ult. They had pistols, brother. The same round. Imagine if 100 Thieves keeps that and uses it
for a gun round.
You can, brother, and in a
which is pretty rare, because like you would think that like Overwatch players ultimates,
it's like just pressure. It was just
it's different in the moment.
It's not having the good mental state, because bro, look at us with that fucking calm Viper ult that we prepped for fucking days.
Yeah, and then it comes to the moment and you just don't execute. You're not thinking clearly, right?
Listen, it's hard to fucking play this game under that intensity and stress. I get it. I totally get it. But this is why you have to fucking obsess over the goddamn details.
Yep.
Right? Because if you don't, you're going to fuck it up when it matters. Bro, That one round in a microcosm is what I meant by 100 Thieves could have easily, I could have seen them easily win the same games that they're losing. But they weren't as good as Sentinels situationally. And then when it came down to swinging and banging, John QT was putting people down. Well, unlucky. It's just one of those things.
And that's the power of that Sentinels roster, bro. They got 5 players that can do that. Also, I think it looked great with Narrate being on that initiator role as well, bro. I gotta say it, man. Like, I don't know if Tejo gets nerfed, if they're still gonna have Narrate playing the Senti, but I'm still just like,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Narrate on Senti, bro. I don't know what the fuck it is, bro. I could be biting my words.
No.
I could be biting my words, man. But he was the best initiator.
I totally
in the
understand.
He was the best initiator in the MEA, bro.
But I'll be honest, I didn't even feel him or look at him in this series at all. You know who, to me, was the real game changer? Bang.
Yeah, of course.
Funny enough,
of course.
Like,
He's
sure, John QT is going to be like the guy because he was just shitting on everybody. But Bang was he was outplaying. Like, and it's
he's
fine.
Just fucking
Look, it happens,
at the game, bro. It's disgusting, bro.
It happens. That's no slight to Xander because I thought Xander played well. Like, I thought his tape was good.
I also do think that like that team chem that 100 Thieves have with Xander being on that team now, it does seem like it's a bit better, bro.
They are ahead of schedule.
I thought the same thing as you going into this. I was like, there's no way that that Xander's gonna be a better replacement for that roster than Bang. I thought that year with Bang was gonna be, that was it. Like, they're gonna fucking own. This is like the dream team 400 Thieves. But now when I'm watching this roster and the team chem that they have, it seems like it's just a lot better.
I would tell you this.
They're more decisive.
I think
they don't hesitate.
Asuna's playing better.
Oh my God, he's playing fucking phenomenal.
And it's helping everyone else.
You saw that stupid.
That rope shit is, bro, this fucking
so
game,
dumb, bro.
But I benefited from it, too, in Berlin, also, because he had rope kills on there. He's just, like, going across with fucking Reyna, just... So, I can't talk shit, but I'm just saying that it's unfair to have that much accuracy with that gun. But also, on that same play, what people may not realize, he had an amazing reset. He got lucky on the first kill, for sure. But to have the, like in a pressure pack moment like that, you know when you get lucky and you're thinking, oh, I got lucky there, but you don't stop to think you got lucky there. You just know you got lucky there, and then he reset, took a little step, headshot the next guy. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
It is bullshit he gets the kill in the first place, bro. The fucking inaccuracy off the rope should be like all over the place. The fact that it's even that close is bullshit.
It doesn't make sense, bro.
Right. But to see the presence of mind to not panic and reset, knowing what we know about Zane,
and also kill him through the fucking rope that's blocking your crosshair too, right?
Yeah. No. That was definitely a play to me for all the wrong reasons, but it at least showed that, like, you know, in a sense, it looks like his confidence is back and he's playing to the level that people have expectations for him to play. And if he does that, they might make up the difference with Bang that way. Right? So that's fine because everyone else had to elevate their game. Unfortunately for them, Bang just also had his game and they lost. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Shit is what it is,
bro. Like even like just seeing him play on Pearl and how he anchors that fucking is it A-site, the one that's on the left on CT? I can't think to like the one that's like where Astros normally anchor.
No. That's B.
That's B.
A is the other one. A is the one where like Killjoy's normally there. It's the one all the way to the right of the map. So if you're attacked, all the way right of the map.
Are you sure that's A? I think that's B because there's B long.
No,
right?
B long is the one with the. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Wait, are we dumb?
Yeah, we're dumb.
Are we dumb? What the hell just happened?
We're dumb.
Yeah,
okay,
B long.
So the way that Bang plays that A site on the defensive side, dude, like there's just like certain maps that he anchors that it's just like, bro, like he always fucking does the right thing.
No, fair. He's like K-Ron. He reminds me of K-Ron. K-Ron does the same shit on Gen G.
Yeah, bro.
He doesn't make mistakes as an anchor. Bro.
A set A site, it's fucked, bro. You know he's always gonna get value.
Yeah.
Fucking Pearl A site, it's fucked, bro. You know he's always gonna get value, and he always makes the right play, bro. He'll be in back site, but he'll sneak into a smoke. Sometimes he'll be playing close A main, right outside the edge of his smoke.
Yeah, bro. K-Ron, I'm telling you,
he knows when to do it.
Bro, some of these guys are just fucking good, bro. Some of these guys are good. I will admit, I have to start using Jip Boys a little more like this because right now, it's more like some. All right. Some smokes players, as you know from Superman probably, right? Some smoke players are like playmakers, and some smoke players are like babysitters. Admittedly, Jit is a babysitter. But when you watch some of these guys do what they do and the impact they have in the game that are playmakers at the position, it makes you think like, oh, man. Maybe I got to let Jit play more, bro. Maybe I got to let Jit. He could do this, bro. I know. Because Jit's also our best clutcher. Yeah. So, like, that's kind of, it's just weird, bro. Like, some guys just, K-Ron, Bang, Avova years ago, like, some guys just look, they make you want to change the way you're playing controller.
Yeah.
And if you have the personnel, you can do it.
The boundaries they can push. I'll feel you on that. What'd you think about MIBR, bro? That's kind of...
What did I tell you what happened? They would get dog walked by 100 titties.
But no,
and they did.
But what do you think in general? Like,
just the roster construction from the moment it was announced. Sure, they have a good Sentinel player. They have Aspas. There's a lot of other pieces that go.
But the Sentinel player is also actually. You know what? Low key, I was gonna say he's a rookie, but I'm not gonna lie. The way that they were playing, like he didn't really have a fucking chance, bro. Like that Lotus, bro.
Oh, I know.
Cortesia literally, bro, played retake sim for the first like 10 rounds, bro.
Right, bro.
It was fucked. It was fucked.
But you can also tell the coaching, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the coaching there because I'm just going to say, you can tell the coaching is bad because there's things I tell Ban, especially, or Jit, if they're playing for me, that I'm like, yo, if these things are happening, I need you to respond with this, blah, 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 blah. If you're just going to run defaults all day and you're just going to run the same execute or whatever, okay, fine. If it works, it works. You're a genius. If it doesn't, then you're just going to get questioned. I will blame the player here, though. Like, if his coach isn't telling him, yo, you need to have a voice in the game and you need to sort of like, you know, we want you to be absorbing pressure or, you know, blah, 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 then it's still on him as a player to realize, wait, guys, if they're going to come to, I want them to come to me. If they're just gonna run, if Nazar's just gonna basically be like, nah, bro, we're good. Just throw them at Aspas. All right, bro. Good luck. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I just think that so much of the way they played Lotus was so bad. And I say that as a guy that had a 70% win rate on the map last year. Yeah. With 4 different comps.
I also didn't feel like any real chemistry between Nalzor and Aspas. Like it's not like it was like this crazy fucking thing. So now all of a sudden I'm thinking, I'm looking at Lev and I'm like, yo, now I get the calm pickup even more, bro. You know what I mean? But like,
I get it, dude. Of course, last year we were questioning it. Now we're like, oh, especially now. That's the thing that
now, bro.
That's the thing that Nazar doesn't realize, right? Is like, he's not only competing this season. He needs to compete to justify that what was done to him last year was incorrect. Yeah. And it just shows that it's not. Because I also point this out. Let's not forget, MIBR had Mazin, who I know was a rookie IGL for me, right? But I also left that respectful. Sure, I may not have the best relationship with any of the FURIA players anymore. But you've never heard me criticize Mazin's
You've only had good things to talk about him, actually.
Because I saw...
Even on the show,
Because I saw what he has in him, and all he needs is time and experience, and he's going to be a good IGL for Brazil. I'm not calling him the next Sadhak, but I will tell you that at some point, Sadhak's not just going to run over that guy. Yeah. I'm telling you this shit right now.
Yeah. Well, Sadhak might not even have to because he's going to be in EMEA.
No, fair. But you get my point, right? Like, the whole point is Sadhak is like no Brazilian IGL.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about him, too.
Yeah, I know. We will. Right? So, Mazin was on MIBR. Aspas isn't even smart enough to recognize, yo, we need an IGL, a good one, an experienced one. Why not just go with this guy? Right? He's already done it. Last year in FURIA was a surprise. Sure, they had a bad end of the year. I no longer was there coaching them. Yeah. So unlucky for them, right? And then all of a sudden, he gets put on one of the worst rosters in the league. By the way, they still have the same coach That's weird. Same coach there now too. Unlucky. So it's just I'm not sure why people thought this roster would be good in the first place. This is why I was very critical of all of you motherfuckers that were basically saying that team was going to be good. I was like,
too, because either way, like I'm surprised because that guy didn't even make Ascension. You know, it's like
listen, I don't know what people be thinking, bro. They just think they can grow IGL from. I'm gonna bring this shit back to the fucking FlyQuest shit. You can't fucking find. You're not gonna go pick an IGL off a tree. I don't know why people think you can do this in every game. It's insane, bro. Bro, Blade, I love him to death. Andre would piss me off, bro. But so Andre is statistically, I don't know if you know this, and this is no shot to Andre. He knows I love him. Mm-hmm. He's the GOAT in CS in terms of coaching. Sure, you can say Dupree or whatever, but he's done it with more iterations of rosters for a longer time period anyway. That guy's the worst statistical player ever in CSGO with players over like 300 games or something. Blade is. That guy was my IGL for 4 years. Because this shit is that fucking hard. I wish I could just find flyers and be like, oh, pop, pop. Then it's easy. But it's not fucking easy, and I don't know why this league thinks it's okay. Also, if you're a coach and you can't develop an IGL, then in my opinion, you shouldn't ever be around a young coach or a new IGL. Or sorry, a young team or a new IGL. Some coaches don't have the ability to develop IGLs. Now, that's not a slight. You could be a fantastic coach and still not be able to develop IGLs, right? Like, or you could be someone like me. I have a ton of experience. I don't want to be on developmental rosters anymore. It just so happened I ended up fucking being on a developmental roster, but I am much better with OGs that are smart than I ever will be. Give me 5 brain dead aimers. Right? That's just, you have to recognize what your fucking strengths are. This roster did not recognize what Ospos' strength is in the first place. And, I mean, bro, they have this guy going first on Raze. Let me tell you, you already know this better than anybody. You and him are the polar opposite.
Yeah.
You could fit on this roster better than he
with
is.
that play style.
Brother.
It is true.
Bro.
It is true. I did see him going in and getting picked off. Yeah, it is true.
It's insane work, bro. He's true. Better as Demon One. I know Demon One is trying to like change his, he's trying to be Jogemo, but like Ospos is not that. And if you don't recognize that, right? It's the same way me recognizing that maybe Primy's not that. Maybe Primy is more like Ospos. You need to cultivate that.
Just to piggyback off of what you just said about Demon One. The dope shit about Demon One slotting into that fucking team of Leviatan is that he fits into that fucking system, bro. It's like a 1-for-1, bro, because he plays the same fucking way, bro.
Right.
He plays the same way as Ospos. He's chilling, bro.
No,
he's
true.
Chilling.
It's
he just
true,
needs all he needs to learn is like the Raze utility timings, bro. Like, because we talked about this a lot, like how that's what makes you a good Raze player,
right?
And like, I don't think he's gotten exposed yet, because he hasn't really had to, bro. Low key, that Leviatan roster, even in their match, bro, they look so fucking good, and that's without like Demon One didn't really have to do shit besides like his job. Like in reality, bro, like he didn't have to do a crazy clutch. He didn't have to get a crazy entry. That's how good that fucking team is, bro. It's disgusting.
Right. I know this sounds a little weird, and I shouldn't say this now, but it's just like who I am. If you could rebuild Leviathan, though, One Leaf would have been actually perfect for that roster over Demon One. One Leaf is perfect for that roster.
But Leaf is fucking perfect on GTG.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm just saying, bro, actually, when you look at the games, I'm like, bro, if Leaf was on this roster, this team might be top 2, top 3.
It
is true. But anyways, I mean, technically they're in upper 70s now. But so they beat FURIA. No surprise there. The Americans win the first match. I told you what I told you about.
They mollywop FURIA too. But here's the thing, though. FURIA had just gotten off the plane. I know. I'm gonna give them grace on that. I'm not shitting on them. Yeah, because I still think season, bro. I was like, dude, I thought FURIA was them. Like,
no. I still think if the MW, Zera, and Heat relationship doesn't implode, that team is gonna be solid. Sick, right? Watch. This is just shit happens.
I have a question, bro. What'd you think about Turtle Troop, bro?
I thought Turtle Troop showed.
Dude,
brother,
they look good, bro.
I think Turtle Troop would have definitely played better versus Lev. I can tell you that right now. Macro-wise, they would have been in the game.
They look sick, dude. I love their comps.
I
love Turtle Troop's comps too, bro. Like
I think they would have.
Yeah.
They
incorporated the Tejo very well.
If I was on FURIA still, I would have let them play one more week.
Dude, that's what I was thinking too. But then it's like, then you think about like, okay, but you're paying for the FURIA to be on there. Like they did.
Right. But the problem is you got to think about what's best for their players. What they just did to their Brazilian players wasn't kind of actually smart either.
Yeah, it's actually fucked.
Give them a week more to practice.
And it could ruin their confidence.
And get used to,
right,
of course, brother.
It could ruin their confidence. And that team needs confidence to thrive because they're all aimers, bro.
Someone just needed to sit them down and be like, guys, you're going to get more practice. We're going to get you used to being around your surroundings again and all that stuff. We're going to don't even worry, bro. Don't even worry about this kickoff.
I actually agree with what you're saying right now.
But unlucky, bro. When you don't have... Bro, when you have a cook running your operation, unlucky, man. Yeah. That's just the shit that happens.
What'd you think about 2G's comps? Because they ran some wild-ass shit. Like on Haven, they ran like a solo Vice. Lotus is not that wild. I think we're going to see that comp a lot more with the Tejo solo Vice as well. But what do you think about that Haven comp? And what do you think about 2G in general? Keep in mind, they are missing their best player.
Yeah. You know, I will just say this. I am not going to poo-poo any underdog that is swinging for the fences with comps.
Yeah.
I'm not because
but do you think that like Haven comp is pretty viable? Like the solo Vice, Yoru, Tejo, Breach, Omen.
I will just say this: I will be giving too much info if I give you my honest opinion. I'll just say this: Tejo is good on Haven.
Okay, cool.
What I think about the others, much to be desired. No, that's not true because
Yoru looked good with FNATIC running it with the.
I understood what they were doing. Let's just say it's not how I would have done it.
Okay.
Right?
But you see it. You see there's a light.
Sure.
There's a light, yeah.
Yeah, like especially where people were positioned and playing. I thought some of the lanes they're even playing in aren't their strongest lanes. So it's like, but it's different. Maybe they'll find something out later that I won't.
Yeah, or maybe they're just missing that piece of the puzzle, which is their best player, which is fucking tough.
Fair, right? That's also fair tough. Too. So 2G to me for the whole year has to swing for the fences. They have to do what Talon did basically last year.
It is,
right?
And so, probably even more because your competition directly is G2.
Right. So good luck with that, fam. Good luck with that one.
Bro, G2 looked fucking sick, man. Hoo-ha. Oh, G2 looked fucking sick, bro. It's fucked.
Listen, I know. I told you, though.
Fucked.
So, okay, Cloud9. I was not expecting that. Now, we should talk about the FNS stuff because I haven't liked. I haven't liked what people have done. And you know this better than anybody. I don't speak to John like that. Me and him are not friends. Mm-hmm. But it seems like I'm always coming to his defense. But the truth is, I just think people are just like, for some reason, he's become like not only the brunt of everyone's jokes over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he doesn't get the same grace of the... I just pointed out the Busio mistake. You know I haven't heard one motherfucker talking about that shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Not one.
Exactly.
No analyst, nobody on Twitter. And then Busio's talking shit to this guy about the Omen play. Bro, when the Omen thing happened, I looked at Cruz because we were like kind of talking. And I was like, Cruz, I guarantee you Ethan didn't fucking comment. You know how I know? Ethan played fucking Omen for me. I know he didn't calm. Yo, I'm coming to back you up. And I know, yes, he should have known that Omen had died. When a smokes player dies on the enemy team, that is one of the first things that needs to be communicated across the board to everybody. Guys, they have no smokes. Now, some teams, good teams, have protocols for this, and they know exactly what to do now, how to play now, what positions you can be in, because their smokes player is dead. As opposed to before, where you couldn't because they had a smokes player alive.
And that's something on broadcast that I always fucking mention. Right. Like when the first blood is either on a Senti or if it's on a fucking or if it's on an Omen, it's like that's my go-to, bro. Oh, I love the Picari sweat, bro. I miss that shit.
Yeah,
I miss
this
the
shit
Picari
is low-key
sweat.
goated, bro.
I gotta find a plug for LA, man. That shit is so good.
Damn, you should have told me. I would have had Soul send you a box, bro.
Dude, no way.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro.
Well, next time.
Actually, Marty. My boy,
he got
is in
Picari
Korea.
sweat?
Oh, no. I'm going to have him bring you some.
Yeah.
Marty's in Korea.
Please.
Shout out to Marty, 100 Thieves. He's the manager for them.
How's he doing in Korea?
100 Thieves has another team that is boot camping at T1's facility for another game.
Oh, okay.
So
that's dope. So he does he's like big in there. I didn't know that.
He's the best. Bro, he's the best manager I've ever had in the
see him at the studio, so best. I'm like, I just assumed he's just with Valorant.
Yeah. No,
but he's everywhere.
He is the GOAT. At his job, he's the GOAT, in my opinion. I've never seen anyone better. I've never had anyone better.
He seems like he's on top of it.
Yeah. So like, I just find it funny that Busio, of all people, are fucking criticizing him when I tell you the undressing that would befall Cruz in a situation like this.
He made that mistake that Busio
made. Yeah. Like, which one is worse? To me, what Busio did was far worse. Like, far worse. Not even close.
Yeah.
Right? But look at what happens. Now, he's memey, he's funny, he's cool. You know I like Busio, right?
Yeah.
It's so that whole thing to me is so overblown. Now, Pujan's response, put him in a little hot water. That's true. But if I was him, I would have just said, yeah, bro, with the moment and everything going on and like, shit, like I just fucked up. I just forgot about that fact that like he was already dead. So it couldn't have been him. But to me, the responsibility 100%. You're fucking omen, bro. We have that with Jit, and Jit doesn't even speak English. I mean, he does. I'm joking, but like, you get my point. Like, Jit does it. Like, so I don't know. I just think what's happening with NRG is just kind of funny in the sense that for some reason they're public enemy number one, and I don't understand it. When I was on 100 Thieves, we were public enemy number one.
It's just because of how clouded they are, man. Like, because like
it's insane,
they have so many eyes on them that it's just like an easy target in a way, It's
right, and that's
same
why
shit with me when I was 10K viewers, bro, and we started losing.
Bro,
Hiko
you're
fucking washed instantly.
FNS
Hiko,
is now Hiko.
Yeah,
everyone just wants to take a shot. Everyone just wants to talk
because
everybody just wants to do this shit.
You get clout doing it.
It's just insane
and it
work.
It sucks
bro.
that this community is like that.
It's insane work.
I think for me, the biggest mistake I saw Pujan make was on Fracture. I think the whiff on the guy that was in main.
Yeah, but that's brother. But
yes. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying,
looks
like
bad for sure.
It's not even that it looks bad. It's just the implications of him not getting that kill. You lose that round, and all of a sudden,
100%. And I said that too.
Maybe you would have won that map, bro. Maybe
100%.
I think they would have won the map.
No, I completely agree with
you, bro.
100% agree with you.
Like
Zeppa turning around and one-shotting him, and then also contributing on. It's just my
because
God.
if he kills him there, it's a 4v3, and you have crossfires for
absolutely correct
for the post plant. It's
absolutely
like,
correct.
That one was like fuck, bro. Like you really dropped the ball on. And I had to say it on cast too.
For sure.
But
no. And I'm sure he'll admit that too.
He still fought back though, and it went into an overtime loss.
Yeah.
Honestly, both these maps, it was such a close series. They could have won it, bro.
Yeah. So like this is so yes.
But no one talks about that.
It's funny for Cloud9 winning.
Everyone just memes them.
Right. But the thing is, so like, okay, NRG gets shit on. Cloud9 goes on this rampage where people start talking shit. Then these motherfuckers get 2-0'd right away. And they're about to sure, they're going to beat up chumps at MIBR, but I'm not sure they're going to win versus EG or FURIA. So it's like, yeah, Cloud9 for one day just do this. But shut the fuck up. Like
it's because it's against NRG and like and the expectations that NRG had going into the.
But that's exactly what I mean
season,
by what's happening with NRG to me is just insane, and I'm not sure why more people aren't calling it out, especially people like in the scene. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not friends with them. I'm not saying they're all great people, great guys to be around, that they don't talk shit about everybody or whatever, blah 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 blah. That's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But what I am saying is they definitely do not deserve the hate from some of them. And I gave you an example of one that comes their way.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the punishment doesn't fit the crime. Are they stewards of the game that you just want to be like, yeah, these are the role model? Probably not. But we shouldn't be treating anybody like that unless they actually deserve that moniker. But the way they're being treated is almost as if they're like, public enemy number one, and for me, I just don't understand why. Because I feel like we've talked on the show, we're like, bro, for everyone to be happy that Cloud9 wins, what happened 2 weeks ago? The fuck was everybody saying about Cloud9?
That's what we were talking about,
brother.
Like,
what are we doing, like, bro? This this shit just bothers me.
It's
bro.
so
That's like the
wishy-washy,
only
bro.
reason
It's
why
so
on the show
wishy-washy.
we talk about the shit because, like, this is how you motherfuckers should be actually thinking about this.
Yeah.
Because sucks NRG lost. There's a lot of expectations coming with that team. Yeah, these motherfuckers should be beating teams like Cloud9. Not a good showing. Understood. But this, like, praise of Cloud9 following was just weird.
Do you think a part of their loss was due to the lack of Tejo, or do you think that, like, because I think they still could have won the series?
What did I tell you last?
But you did mention that. So
this hurts them more than everyone else, and they weren't going to be ready for it because they've never been meta innovators, bro. These motherfuckers were running Jet and Chamber last, right? Mm-hmm. And they ran that to the ground, like, to the wheels fell off. By the way, Neon at that time was still better than Jet. Because remember, Neon had everything back then. People just didn't realize it till much later, right? Because what happened? Kickoff happened, right? The following year, right? Ye goes to Cloud9, right? Leaf, I remember Cloud9, Leaf, us, DG's in, we're running Neon that whole year, just spanking everybody, just beating the fuck out of everybody. What do I do the year later? Governor does the same shit. So these motherfuckers were 3 years behind on Neon, basically.
Which is weird because
Victor did play Neon. Victor did play Neon.
That's the weird thing, right? Because they actually made that fucking meta in a way. That's where shit gets weird.
Not going to argue, especially on Split. Yeah, but what I'm saying is they've never been great at identifying metas. That's never been their strength. Their strength has been in other areas of the game. Tejo presents a fucking difficult challenge for everybody.
It's a fucking nightmare, bro. It looks like it's a fucking nightmare, dude.
Would Cloud9 have won as many rounds macro-wise if it were not for Tejo? I am willing to bet a lot of cash. The answer is fucking no.
And also Zeta just having a fucking life,
right? He
like
had the fuck Pujon game.
Bro.
Okay, I get it, bro. That's his flu game, I guess.
That was a crazy performance from Zeta.
Man. That's a great story. But if they don't have Tejo,
bomb.
If they don't have, bro, what did I tell you Tejo would do? He would fucking help all the fucking problems of these bums, right? Look at DRX, right? They ran that shit on 3 maps.
Yeah.
Still barely won, by the way. But, like, my point is,
I was surprised too, because
Tejo is the great equalizer, brother.
Was so funny, bro.
Tejo is the great. Yeah, Tejo is the great equalizer, bro. And it just so happened that the one team I said it would fuck more than anybody.
Yeah, you were on point. Yeah.
And then what's going to happen now?
They still could have won, though. That's the crazy. They still could have won
because they are better. They should not have. Even with Tejo, they shouldn't have lost that series. They know that. We don't have to tell them that.
Yeah. Yeah, right? It's probably.
And then look what G2 does,
like,
bro.
Oh, fuck, we threw.
Bro, look what G2 does next.
Oh,
G2 beat the fucking brakes off that team. Now, if you notice something, they also used Tejo, which tells me they knew how to play against Tejo anyway because they fucking used the goddamn character. So that shit didn't work. They got fucking dumpstered.
You know, I was also impressed by the Abyss comp, bro, where they ran Breach Sova, man. Like, that was fucking cool to me, man. Like,
oh, I mean, that's kind of low-key unfair, though, right? Because you get Jogemo, and you're like, oh, Breach. You're not playing on the bomb site defense. But fuck out of here.
So when I talked to Josh, like, these are ideas that he already had in his fucking head, but he just couldn't execute with Icy, bro. I think he talked about that a little bit when he came on our pod.
Yeah, remember? I mean, sometimes, he
was like, he kind of felt limited a little bit, but like that's fair, you know. Like
this is a kind of funny story, but like there are comps I'm using now in Kickoff that you're gonna see that I repurposed from comps I couldn't use before. All I did was like add a different
you like slotted
like spin to it. Yeah.
Sorry, you're not allowed to talk about that, bro.
I mean, I'm not allowed to talk about Talon anyway, but
you're not allowed to talk about that, bro.
Like,
sorry, bro.
Sometimes that shit just happens. Like, oh, they make like they're gonna buff Nerf, bro. Apparently, Riot's gonna buff Neon now, right? They're gonna buff ISO. Like, eventually, this shit is just gonna happen. Like, okay, comps that you may have always had in mind as a coach.
Riot needs to hire me as like someone that they talk to. When we're talking about balance changes with the heroes, bro, like they just need to hire me, bro, because
they think they have everything.
I don't think they're
under control.
They're definitely not thinking about it from a competitive standpoint. There's no way. I think they're just trying to do what every other dev does.
Yeah, I think there's
like
a problem.
Appeal to like ranked players.
Yes. But there's a problem because, and that's, I mean, you just basically said the problem that I was going to say.
I get it.
So I'm going to expand on that. The issue is they make money from people buying skins, not the esport. The esport is really just a marketing expense to promote the games, to get people activated. Yeah. And this is the fucking problem, is like they need the game to be fun and exciting.
Yeah.
That's why we're having the map changes now, right? They announced that they're going to have like every season or every patch change. I forget the verbiage they use.
It is kind of crazy, though. They're bringing back Ascent already, bro.
Brother, they did the shit with Split, bro.
Come on, man. No one wants to see that
If anybody wants to hear my opinion on it, I forget what episode. Steve will probably like pop this up. Episode fucking who knows, where I fucking go off on this bullshit. And I'm just going to insert that here.
I know, man, bro. When I saw that announcement again, I was like, "Oh, fuck,
brother."
Bro.
And by the way, we get fucked because
every team I've talked to has just been like, "What the fuck?"
Let's say we qualify for Thailand as a Thai rep.
It's the
We're
same
trying to win that
problem
shit.
as last year. It's the same problem,
but it's worse. It's 3 weeks behind, and 2 new additional maps. Last time you were just behind. Now you're behind and you get 2 new maps. Fuck you. Like, brother. So you see why I say I only want to play for champs. That's the only thing that matters.
And yeah.
That's the only thing that matters. None of this other bullshit matters because according to them, it doesn't matter.
But we get so much shit. Like, I think, okay, here's what I think. I think if you're going to have something like this, like a system like this, you gotta just make it so like every fucking tournament is a champs, bro. Like at this point, bro, like because
so go to the CS route, right? Where you just have your own majors.
You gotta make it be like this is just like a banger. Like it matters.
Unlucky,
like,
bro. Unlucky.
Like
man.
you get recognized. Like you won a championship, not like you have points to qualify for the championship. Like I think that's what it needs to be, bro.
Cooked,
like,
bro. It's just and it is what it is. And bro, you can beg and plead, and you can. It's just whatever.
All right, so here,
don't care. They don't listen.
Let's get back on track, though. Do you think that NRG are going to be cooked against 100 Thieves, bro?
That is going to be a tough match. I will just say this. If they get through them, they're making it all the way to lower finals for sure.
I have no doubt. I agree with you. I think
the winner of that is making finals.
They're making a deep run. Yeah, they're making 100%.
Who I favor NRG in that one big time.
Actually. I voted NRG to win as well. I did
because macro-wise, I don't think they're on the same level. Like, if you look at just macro, my personal belief is NRG is probably number 1. Sentinels is probably number 2. No. G2 is for sure number 1 or 2.
For macro, right?
Just macro. I'm not talking about anything else.
Yeah.
Just
I think it's
consistently
G2
winning the macro game. Yeah. You could. At this point, I can't doubt Valen, so I have to go them number 1, actually.
Yeah,
but in my heart of hearts, I just think the experience between Ethan, it's just as good as Valen is, and this is no disrespect, there's one Valen on that team. When you have Ethan and Pujon on the same team, you're probably not going to be losing macro consistently.
Yeah, it's true.
So I still probably favor NRG.
But I think that Josh does a lot of good fucking prep. I think he might be
No, for sure. I think
that helps out a lot with G2.
But that makes a difference. No. So to me, macro is really just in-game reads, advantages.
Yeah,
that's it. Just advantages, right? I'm not bringing up coaching staffs, individual players, all that stuff. No. I'm just talking about pure macro. In my opinion, I still think it probably NRG 1, G2 2. I think, my personal belief, Sentinels is still number 3. 100 Thieves is probably 4th in the league. At that, just pure macro. When you're in losers, fundamentals matter way more. So that's why I think those 2 teams are going to be the ones. I think NRG just has more macro advantages, and then also individually, I think they're better. So now you have the double whammy of mechanics aren't going your way, macros aren't going your way. So now it becomes a battle of coaching staffs, game plans.
Right? I think also that's this tough. Time around, I think there was definitely some struggling on the fractured defensive side against the Tejo, and I feel I think what we can expect from 100 Thieves is to run it. I think NRG will be a lot more ready for the pace.
For sure.
And what they have to deal with on that.
For sure.
And I think
this is going to look a lot like Soup, where they get surprised by shit they're not used to.
It, and then they're good, bro.
And that's just the nature of a team like that, because
I agree with you.
They have the experience, but they don't have the creativity and the innovation. And because they can't forecast the future and see where things are going, they're always going to be behind. But once they figure it out, it's like, you're trash. Get out of here. That's just basically how it is.
I agree. In terms of the rest of that lower bracket, FURIA EG, I think is going to be
It's not even worth
banger.
it. EG, yeah.
But
whoever wins that is going to be like the real challenge to them.
Yeah. Crew versus 2G is like, bro, that's going to be a shit show.
Yeah, it's the battle of the bads.
Crew will probably win, but it's going to be a shit show.
It doesn't even matter because they're going to get thwarted.
Or they might go O2 barbecue, low key. I'll give Crew one thing, bro. I'll give Crew the biggest, like,
you're still going to pick them for champs.
Bro. I'll give Crew the thing that every team strives to do, which they never can do in this fucking game, is be consistent. Crew is the most consistent team in the entire fucking league, bro. I don't care what anybody says to me.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking story every year. And that's it. It's the same story every year. And they always execute on it. Yeah. You know what you're going to get when you think of Crew, bro. I have no doubt they're going to make another champs. I have no doubt, bro. They always fucking do it. And they're going to
I doubt it this year, though. I doubt it this year because of what I told you about 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves is so much better than the 100 Thieves that played last time.
I agree, bro.
They're already better. This 100 Thieves would have qualified.
Yeah, and also they should have also fucking
Bang got replaced.
They also
no, fairness. That was a massive choke job.
They fucking threw, bro. They threw so fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, for sure. That was a massive choke job.
Real quick, because we talked about Loudsen, G2 Leviatan. I think G2
is going to win easy, and it's going to be Sentinels NRG. I think we agree. Yeah. And then that's going to be tough. I actually think in lowers, Sentinels will have. If I understand the way the rules work, I believe it's not a coin flip. They will have map B selection.
Huh.
I think Sentinels might actually be the ones that win.
Interesting.
Just because of maps.
Is that a new rule, or is it just because they made it further in the upper bracket?
They made it further in the upper.
That makes sense. Like, I'm okay with shit like that.
But because of that, I think NRG could be in trouble. Particularly because at that point you can go to map 5 and 6 and pick them because you haven't shown a lot, and then you can have a Tejo counter. And
it is a BO5 as well, and maps matter in a fucking BO5.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, I think maps are gonna get them. So it's kind of unlucky, but regardless, it's gonna be a good match. Both teams can win. That top 3 is going to continue to
whoever shows up on that day, bro. Yeah. It's whoever shows up on that day.
For
All
sure.
right. Yeah. I fuck with that heavy. I know we're a little strapped for time, right, Steve? How long we got, bro?
Oh, we got 30 minutes. We can
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to speed through. Let's do APAC. Let's do APAC because this
we're
is
just still on NA.
Yeah, let's do APAC, bro. All right. So we're going to go to Pacific now. We already got to see a bunch of matches. We're finally going to be able to see you guys play in 3 days' time. For me, like, anything you're shocked about in here? Obviously, I think Global Team Secret was kind of shocking.
Boom should have beat T1.
Boom should have beat T1.
Barely squeaked by. We're trusting the process, though.
So
what I think, boy, you don't want to know what I think. You don't know what you don't want to know what I'm just.
But you're right. The Pearl game was. I mean. Boom should have won Pearl, bro. Boom should have won Pearl.
What was it? 10-7, 11-7, and then with advantage in that, it's cooked.
Yeah. What did you think about both teams running the neon on that map specifically of Pearl?
I think it's
interesting. What do you think about that?
Because
I've seen it before, but it's like for both teams to be running it is very interesting.
But I'm seeing a lot of neon, and I will say that I still believe neon was nerfed way too much.
Yeah,
but she's still good.
Yeah, you could still, if you have the right backup utility,
if you think of why Apeks still plays her, Nongshim, and like all these other teams, it's because you get one turn. Apeks is not known for macro. That's the problem.
So they
don't give a fuck about these nerfs, bro. Because they don't even think like that. Like, that's why NRG is just like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, right? It's like, that's the difference. Because we talked about macro just in the last thing. And it's just like, this is why there are levels to this. And there are different parts of the game. So I think when you're not a strong macro team, the Neon nerf almost doesn't matter. If you're a good macro team, the Neon nerfs are quite significant.
Also, like, I feel like Jet just doesn't feel that great on Pearl anymore either. Like, I feel like it's whatever, bro. It's like a meh.
I'm not a fan.
It's like a meh, bro. It's like, okay, like, yeah, I get how it can work. You get the operator on the defensive side, but
Phoenix, all these guys are just so interesting on this map.
It's very interesting seeing how the meta has changed a bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Neon, like you mentioned Nongshim Red Force, they should have beat DRX as well. I mean,
brother, 310 all the pendejos, bro.
Right?
Let's just call it down. Airstrike.
Dude,
unlucky, bro.
I gotta give freeing. I gotta give freeing his respect, bro. He looked pretty good on the fucking roll. He had the best stats on that fucking team.
No, for sure.
You know what though? Hyunmin looked way better in VCT than he did in the off season. I feel like the off season he looked like a fucking noob, bro, to me.
Yeah, it's just it's a growing process with these young players, and
he's solid though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that the team is going to be decent. They're going to be solid this year. Just honestly,
I'm tripping. Actually,
they're not going to hit the
that
top.
much of a bot, but like I just like didn't see what the hype was about.
No. Well, that's the because the hype is unwarranted. He was hyped because he signed with X. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not because of him. It's more like, oh, this is the guy replacing Buzz?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, he's going to have his time. They're going to be a decent team this year. Where they are in the league, I think probably middle lower. But, you know, it is what it is. That's going to be a good result for them. I mean, not for fans of the brand.
Yeah.
But they probably hitched their wagons on T1 anyway because Stacks, so unlucky.
What you think about PRX versus T1? I know we have
amazing series.
Yeah.
I will just say I think PRX. I was so happy with how well Divide played, and so unhappy with the way Divide played, and that's what.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up because you kind of said like he kind of threw like a very important round, which is rare because we know he's like
not important round. Just late game decisions. I just had so many questions, and it was just like, what the fuck? And then fucking Mind Freak, who I thought was also like playing pretty decently in a 2v1, has a 1-on-1 heaven. Or like Stacks clutches a 1v2, but it's because he decides to take a 1-on-1, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? And it's just, listen, I like him, so I was rooting for him, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Like, we've made both, my teams throw fucking 2, brother. The fucking number 2 seed last year was when I talk about omega level grief, that shit was nuclear. So I'm not judging PRX for this one, but no, I'm not allowed to talk about them anyway. But I'm just saying, like, in general, I know a throw when I see one. I thought they certainly could have won this series. Shit just didn't go their way. Some 1-on-1, some 50-50s didn't work. Unlucky. Maybe we're taking too many, but who knows?
You know who had a fucking absolute banger of a series who was just on some bullshit? Jemkin, brother. That motherfucker, bro.
I know.
That motherfucker went crazy,
went nuclear, boy. Yeah. But this is an example of a macro team versus a non-macro team because RQ got their footing. I mean, first map was kind of like, oh no, but
it felt like it, right?
They figured it out. Yeah. No. They look strong. I think they're going to be okay. I think it's unfortunate they keep running into. You know, we run into Secret all the time, right? Well, fucking RQ and Gen G are also tied to the hip, though. That is just tragic.
Do you think they can do it? You think they can beat Gen G?
Hell nah. I mean, okay, in fairness, do they have a better chance to do it this year? Yes. Do I think they're going to do it? No.
Right.
And why? It's, I think, more form. Because, like, a small example, the things they got away with versus DFM, the things they did,
Jumkin's not going to be able to pull off.
It's not the same, brother.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to drop a 70 bomb on fucking Gen G, bro. That's just not a thing.
Now, I could be wrong. But I think the level of quality of opponent Gen G is, if you even struggled versus DFM, now if they 2-0, let's say map 2 and 3 were what we only saw, my opinion would be entirely different.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, they might be on something. They made some mistakes. I'm sure Warbirds. I'm sure Ewok's gonna clean it up.
Same thing with Gen G. They'd be looking at that like, what the fuck, bro? What the fucker?
Right. So, yeah, it is what it is.
And then going up against Global, I think you guys are in fucking phenomenal form right now. It should be a fucking wash for you guys. And then hopefully, I'm hoping that you get to play T1, bro.
I was very surprised about Secret losing to GE, though. GE's another team. So this is what I meant by a team that's way ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
I feel like EMEA has it, and like every region has one team that's way ahead of schedule. This is it. Like GE beating Secret to me was like, wait, what?
I'm happy that you guys just you could fucking play a new team for once.
Oh,
like,
sure.
honestly.
No, I was convinced we're going to do the run back. Bro, I was convinced.
I know. It seems like it,
This
right?
is very good news for GE fans because this team is way ahead of schedule now.
I'm just going to say it how it is, bro.
I'm still extremely confident.
Dummy diff.
Fair. I mean, I already told you what I thought. I'm just saying that I was still shocked by the loss. However, I'm okay with whatever opponent we were going to get, and I am looking forward to trusting the process in person. So, it is what it is.
I'm excited to see you guys play for sure.
But I can't say no more. I don't want to get fined.
Yep. Wait, what? No, I'm playing. Who do you think's gonna make it through the lower bracket? I think Nongshim is actually gonna make a fucking run. Obviously, PRX is gonna do their fucking thing too, but
I think PRX is probably gonna run away with the bracket.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they should, right? They should.
Yeah, I think PRX is just individually just.
So let's say Gen G win against RRQ, which is where we're leaning towards there. Mm-hmm. In that matchup against DRX. How do you think that's going to go? That's an interesting one for me because DRX is heavily relying on that fucking Tejo, but it's fine.
Nope.
I mean,
no.
You think Gen G's going to wash them?
Any team that comes out of that is going to dog walk them. Any team.
Shit. So even
basically,
RRQ would dog
the
walk
upper
DRX.
finals is decided there.
Wow.
So,
Crazy,
I'm telling you now.
Crazy.
And then in lowers, if they run into PRX, especially, bye-bye.
Word, bro.
GG.
Word. All right, let's move on to EMEA, which I feel like has had some fucking banger games as well, bro. Like, I mean, for example, Foot look fucking. They put foot and ass on Liquid, bro. I'm sorry to keep.
Yeah, I know.
Shitting on your boy
I know,
Nats,
brother.
But dude,
I know. Trust me. They look
fucking good, bro.
Yeah, Foot looked fucking good.
What is up with these fucking Turkish fucking duelists, bro? I swear to God, man.
Yeah, I know.
I swear to God,
they're just aimers,
man.
bro.
It's so fucked in the head.
People would
dude.
be saying the same about Brazil, except Brazil has no macro. They don't have good IG, like they don't have a good sense of the game. This is what I kept trying to tell our players when I was on FURIA. This is what I keep trying to tell people in general. Like, you cannot just win with aim anymore. Everyone is so good. You just can't.
Do you think
Foot is very good?
Do you think Foot are going to be better with? I think his name is Zeus. Do you think they're going to be better with him than CNED?
I'm going to be on.
And why?
Yes, CNED very Aspas predictable.
Yeah, it's just
easy to rattle, easy to get off the game. Like it's like like
Zeus gives them a little bit more unpredictability
but it's not just that too. It's like hunger.
I get you on that. I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
Some people, I'm having this problem with a team I won't mention. No, but we talked about this even on this show where some people just want it more. And you can't I can't be like, let me give you some of my competitiveness. Or I'm a little bit of a psycho and I obsess over all the details. Let me give you a little bit of this. I can't. You have it or you learn it. And if you don't want to learn it because you think it's boring or useless and you don't have it, when you come up against someone, right? When you fight against someone that has your ability and all the other requisites, you're just going to get owned. Right? And I think that this, to me, continues to be, I think, a very recurring theme. I think Foot have everything. They have great macro. Remember, I told you when I was on Furia.
I'm a believer of their macro as well.
That year when I was on Furia,
sense.
I thought they were the best tactical team in the world. And now you look at the following year, they turned into like micro demons, like just, pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, bro.
But it didn't quite come together this year. I'm expecting them to take another step.
I think
it's going to be a problem.
I think he's gonna be a fucking demon this year, bro.
Foot are fucking good, bro.
I think they're fucking good as well.
Actually scared for Vitality because I think Vitality isn't gonna be good now as opposed to like
they need
stage
time.
2, stage 3. That's when you're gonna see the
real
Star
Vitality.
Wars fucking. What are the bad guys' name? Like the Dark Force, like the
Republic,
Force?
bro. Yeah.
The Republic. That's when Vitality's gonna become the Republic.
The Sith.
Bro. Yeah,
Oh
they're gonna be the Sith. For now, though, they're still they just put the roster together. There have to be new. There's so many good players that are having to adjust their roles and sacrifice for others. If they beat Foot, I think that just shows oh my God, they're
just world beaters,
right?
Yeah.
My expectation is Foot have the experience, probably have the tactics down because they still have the core from previous. I don't know. I just feel like this is Foot's series to win. And if Foot doesn't jump on this opportunity now to jump on all these guys early, I just can't see over a long stretch, Heretics or Vitality or even KC getting bullied by Foot anymore. Right?
Yeah, I think
so.
KC...
They better do it now. They better catch them early now, accrue some points to make their final stretch for champs it's a
viable,
breeze, bro.
Yeah. I think KC are gonna be a fucking real problem.
Yeah, KC are gonna be lower demons, bro.
Yeah,
they're just gonna blitz through the lower bracket. But
I love Martine. I love Suigetsu. Elite looks fucking great. Sadhawk is
the problem with them is KC Vitality could meet. If Foot loses, KC Vitality play.
What do you mean?
Because the brackets flip, right?
Well.
So in Pacific we have swapped.
Vitality already beat KC.
But in Pacific wait, no. I'm sorry. Every region is independent. I forget. In Pacific they've already swapped it. So if EMEA does a swap, then Vitality is going to see Karmine. No.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. When?
But if they don't
lowers,
swap,
you talking about in lowers?
Yeah. Sorry, in lowers. But if they don't do the swap,
I don't know. I don't know how the formatting works. Bro.
If they don't do the swap, then Vitality's still going to have to play FNATIC.
Where would I
not going to be fucking
out?
Easy.
We'll figure it out, bro.
It doesn't matter anyway. But basically, I think FNATIC.
What'd you think about FNATIC,
Karmine
bro?
Corp? I was shocked. So BBL, that's the third team that's ahead of schedule.
Looks fucking good, dude.
Bro, first off, I did not have that on my bingo card. Straight up, I did not have
me either, bro.
Going the way
I didn't think that BBL was going to be good at all.
Let's talk about this. FNATIC blowing a 9-3 half was definitely not what I expected on the last map.
I know,
bro. I turned the game off. It was I don't even know. It was 8-3.
Thought it was
then
done.
I saw them go 9-3, and I'm like, all right, it's done. Bro, I was like, I'm not watching this shit no more. I didn't know about the result till after when someone was like, yo, did you see that, they actually lost that game? And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I was like, nah. So that was kind of
and now you're seeing, how important Durka was for this team because Kayak definitely struggled, bro.
Play.
Kayak definitely is struggled in that opening match, but it could just be nerves, bro. It's his first year. The thing is you would
I will say this though.
But then you look at BBL and you look at Loon and you're like, what fucking nerves, boy?
Yeah,
Loon,
I will say this though.
The biggest sack plays I've ever fucking seen, bro. He just don't give a fuck. And yeah, he went negative in that series.
Well,
but
to me, Loon kept dying a lot first too, though. Every time I looked up, he's dead or Social's dead.
He did,
first.
and
I'm
FNATIC
like,
did a
what
good
are we
job
doing?
with that. But he still wasn't fucking afraid to make clutch plays when he had
for
to
sure,
later in that series, bro.
No, they
Like,
definitely
even
created
getting
space.
dicked down,
for sure.
bro. He was fucking. Loon was.
No, they definitely created a lot of space that worked
Loon's
out.
mechanics
in
are
that way,
fucking crazy. This kid's gonna be. He's gonna be insane.
I was a little bit stunned by that counter comeback. I did not expect that to happen, but
Makes no sense.
the thing
I'm
is,
not gonna lie. FNATIC,
they're ahead of schedule for a different reason than all the other teams I mentioned, and it's more like, you know better than anybody, the amount of fucking balls you have to have, like the amount of like self-confidence, self-assurance, reassurance from your teammates, belief in your system and your program. You're down 9-3 against people everybody expected you to beat. And you come storming all the way back round by round by round by round by round.
It's crazy.
That is fucking hard, bro. Most people pack that shit in.
Yep.
So their mental toughness
Exactly.
is what I was. Damn, these guys are way ahead of schedule here.
That's
Holy
why I was
fuck.
That's why I was so impressed, especially with like a rookie player like
New
that.
teams.
Dude.
You're not supposed to see this.
No,
they have to
you-
gel
yeah.
first.
Exactly, dude.
So I'm like, wait, these motherfuckers are skipping steps here, but
Yeah.
unlucky.
GiantX still is struggling very hard.
Not surprised.
Gen-
Apex, everybody's
Gentlemates-
talking about Floor's game. I completely, bro. The way they mismanaged, like you know, we talked about. Oh man, I forget the team because I'm fucking dumb and old. You remember you were like, yo, they got the breach. Josh RT, right? Jaw Gemmo. They got the breach
Yeah,
for Jaw,
yeah,
brother. That is to set up Jaw Gemmo, right?
yeah.
Fluorescent was having to like hero play an entire series.
Yeah.
Can we just set her up? Like, can we actually just set her up? If we lose, let's lose a different way. Like, let's lose like, oh, the back end supports need to play better, or they like,
Yeah.
you know,
Play
all
to
right,
your win
we're committing
condition,
too
though.
much. Yeah,
Play to your win condition. And Floor,
Like, what are we doing, bro?
Even on Pearl, the entries and everything that was happening, I thought Floor had a great debut performance. Like, legit. I really did think that. And I just feel like you're right. The pieces, but following it up. I mean, dude, like, I know we had Starbound on, and there was a lot of talk about Odorous being very good. But when Odorous is your top 2 fucking player on this team, and he was a coach, I mean,
you already know what I said and what I thought.
Wake the fuck
Brother,
up, bro.
it's tough, bro.
Wake the fuck up. Your I'm sorry, a coach is doing this shit?
And
he's performing better than the... come on,
I don't know.
Come on, bro.
I did say this.
Wake the fuck up.
I did say that if Mulsey doesn't perform
Wake the
on
fuck
this
up.
roster, they're going to struggle. And
Bro,
he absolutely struggled. But the one thing I noticed when I briefly
Wake
watched
the
the
fuck
game,
up, bro.
bro, they just weren't setting
What is
the
the
duelists
simulation, bro?
And look, I mean this no disrespect to Floor, but if people thought Floor was dog walking everyone in G2 playing that way, like, yeah, okay, you can 1vx in, like, small example. If you have an op, you don't need a setup most of the times.
Yeah,
if you're in GC, you can actually change the game yourself. You can, let's say you're on Pearl. Oh man, I'm thinking of Pearl actually. Let's say you're fucking A stairs. And you do the governor off angle, right? Or the timing peak, right? Which you were known for in NA, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you do those and you get a pick, right? And then your Astra smokes. The moment you shoot, smoke pops, right? Okay, Floor at GC is going to go, you know what I'm going to do? Let me peek off the backside of this. Let me get another one. All right, cool. That's great. Now, technically, this did not happen in that game. But what I'm saying is, the way Floor was playing, it was like first angle, second angle. It was like very obvious, right?
Yeah.
Do you not think pros at this level are going to be able to know, like, yo, they're just not going to do this to us? And also, you think this shit's going to work? Dry? Against, like, good teams? And I'm not even saying Gentlemates is a good team, actually. I'm just saying that's how bad you are. Is that if there's any assumption that, like, she's just going to, like, run through the league here, she's only going to be able to run through the league with proper support, because most players are not that good.
Yeah, you're only as good as your team. You're truly only as good as your team. Like, this
And
is
in
a team game.
scrims, and here's a problem with scrims.
People aren't dialed in when you're playing against them.
I know this better than, of course, you never know
Yeah.
what people are working on, people are doing. Listen, at Champs, Talon was incredible in scrims, dumpstering everybody. You think that mattered? No. So we have to be mindful that on stage, you might need more of X, Y, or Z in order to create the same chances. Because in scrims, our defaults look easy. Oh, this default's so good. I always get first blood.
And that's what I always say to Faded as well, not only on TSM, but for Vitality, because he was telling me, because they came to boot camp in NA, they were fucking smacking everybody, bro. Like bad, like 21-3, bro. Like VCT teams 21-3, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, but remember, bro, it's just a fucking scrim. Like, you just don't know, man. When you get into that server, shit changes, bro. It's different. Even for your own team, bro. You might be doing the same shit, but if one person is a little bit off, all of a sudden it doesn't feel the fucking same in the game, you know? So you cannot take scrims for face value unless you see the results in the actual game itself. And
no, I agree.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes in games, like, let's say your team called the same default that you've run probably thousands of times in practice.
Yeah.
But the default, you've never played against like an agent, right? And now it's like the same thing that has worked a million times from the same spots, you can't play anymore because some util now changed it. And then you know how sometimes you make adjustments in the game, like, all right, well, if I can't be here, then let's do like this instead. Like our old A fight, or like our old this, or like, can we swap positions and see? And then that doesn't work either. And then you lose and you're like, bro, what the fuck just happened? And it's like, that's the problem with scrims. It's like, if you don't know what the other team is practicing, right? So this is why academy teams are so important. And this is also why even good relationships with specific teams, like, can you get observer slot on a team because you trust them enough to not share the VODs and all this stuff, right? If you can do that, this is where that matters more, because you can now start piecing together a puzzle like, oh, had they done this, or if they do this, or if you have an academy team, you could just be like, yo, you know what we're going to do? Let's try the same default on a bunch of different combinations of agents. And since we know the play, just counter the play every time. Just keep countering it. Let us keep trying to figure out in real time solutions to problems. And the moment we figure it out, you swap to another thing. Right? Like, so let's just say like you're playing Fracture against a Breach, and then you play no Breach. But now you play against Tejo. Or now you play against like, you know, this or that, or blah, 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 blah. This is why these reps are important, because sometimes something has worked for you an entire like length of a stretch that it's been around, but then you play a fucking team that picks like Yoru, fucking ISO.
Yeah.
Right? Like FNATIC. And then you're like, oh, wait, I can't kill this guy because he has a shield? Oh, wait, fucking ISO just TP behind us? What the fuck? And it's just like, yep, now you lost. Peace out. So, you know, it's tough, bro. Like, it's tough, bro.
Shit's not easy, bro. Shit's not easy, man. For sure. But
they got to pick their shit up, because they just sent a rookie to basically dry peek and just like hero ball against a fucking VCT team. Like, if that was your offseason, I could have done that shit for free from here. I could have just been like, hey, guys, here's your defaults, here's your playbook. You know, here's a script. Good luck.
Yeah, and they're also fighting for their life too, right? Because Apeks is a team that made it up. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Who are they basically in competition with? Gentlemates? That was the team that they're in competition with. Yeah. And they lost that head-to-head already. So yeah, they have to step it up if they want to stay into the league. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, and the start,
the start is most definitely setting Flora up more often than not. Because we've seen what she can do when she set up Shopify. And I played against that. I played against Shopify and scrims, and we've lost on phase when we were fucking shitting on everybody. Yeah. You know, like, because they're the real deal, bro. Shopify isn't just a floor goal kill. It was never just that. There was layers to it as well. Like, Mella's a great IGL. Effie's was a good coach. They had systems in place that helped Shopify set floor up, even in GC. And we need to see those systems as well in VCT, because it is impossible to 1v5. It is impossible. And I'm honestly impressed.
If it was possible, Osmos would have done it on MIBR.
Exactly.
If it was possible.
And I'm still impressed that Floor still went positive. Even with that.
For sure.
Even with that. That's how good Floor is.
A ball
So,
is
yeah.
a ball.
I mean, I think that's a good spot. I know we're a little bit short on time, Steve. You got a dip, so I think this is good for episode 31 of Spike Talk, dude. I think we were flowing in this one. This one might be one of my favorite episodes. I don't know why, bro.
Nice.
This one might be one of my favorite
sure.
episodes that we've done, and I'm definitely excited to see.
I'm beginning to enjoy every episode we do.
Right.
Early on,
at first you were
felt
like,
a
"Oh, fuck,
chore."
another one."
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I like, and I gotta be honest, bro. Yinsu is so good, bro.
Dude, she's fucking awesome, bro. She's
Yinsu
fucking awesome.
might be my favorite guest.
No, she's fucking amazing, bro. She's amazing at what she does.
Yinsu is fucking dope, bro.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. Like
Yeah.
she, and this is no disrespect to anybody else, but she's, yo, you hear Chobra didn't, he's not gonna be casting anymore?
I know, bro. So fucked.
The fuck, bro?
So fucked, bro.
I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. In Korea, Korean or English, 2-for-1 deal. What do you mean? You gonna have him on Korean broadcast today?
He's not
English
in,
tomorrow?
bro. He's just
What are
not
we
in,
doing?
bro. He's just not in. I when I saw the post, I did feel really bad, bro, because I didn't know that when he was on our show that was the case. Right?
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
Yeah,
So
it feels bad, man.
yeah, I mean, we'll
But
try to have him as a
on
guest more,
often.
but
Yeah, we'll have to have him on. more often.
yeah, for sure. It's just crazy to me that this is like a thing.
I know.
But it's okay, bro.
Everyone talks so highly of him. That's why it's like, whoa. It's kind of like, yeah. Anyways, all right.
That's crazy.
All right, boys. I gotta fucking pee so bad, bro.
Peace out, bitches.
I gotta pee so fucking bad. Yo, peace. Peace out, everybody. Peace. Happy birthday, by the way, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I hope it was good.
Oh yeah, happy
Thank you,
birthday.
brother. Yeah, bro.